All right, today's video is going to be kind of cobbled together. I'm running short on time. We're going to be doing a pellet test by request on a Diana Bandit Black, and I don't have time to let the compressor shut off. The only thing I'm going to edit on here is when I pump the gun back up, and I don't have time to let the compressor fan stop every time because it's 100 degrees out here, and I'm just hoping the phone records everything. But what I've got today is by request, JTS dead center 8.7 grain, and this is in 177. And I've got the JTS dead center 10.4 grain, and then I've got JSB exact heavy 10.34 grain, and the JSB exact express 7.87 grain. It's a little bit windy. None of these tins have been opened. I just ordered these. They just came in. No lube, no nothing. I'm going to single feed these, and we'll start with the JSB 7.87 grain. And I'm just going to do 5 shots on each pellet, and I'm going to shoot. I'll start at the top left target. Not going to zero it in for everyone, so wherever the groups land, that's all I'm looking for is the grouping on this. So we'll see how these do in a moderate wind. And I'll try to filter this noise out as best I can. And this is at 30 yards. That's all I've got. I'm backed all the way up to my fence, and I'm all the way at the fence on the other side. And just in case anybody, well, you can see all the bricks, the cinder blocks, and stuff from my backstop. Oh, that one kind of strayed a bit. Don't think that was me, but I think that was just 4. Do threw one more down there just in case. Oh, the fan's gonna quit. All right. So except for that one, that wasn't too bad. I'm gonna pump it up between every 5 shots, and I'm only pumping it up to 2,900. It seems to anything over 2,900, I lose velocity. So that's kind of the beginning of the sweet spot on this. Pump this up, and we'll hit it again. All right, that only took a few seconds to pump up. So we're gonna do the JTS 8.7 grain. And I'm going to shoot at the upper right target. So the 2 light pellets will be on the top, 2 heavy pellets on the bottom. See where we go. And this is only a 6-power scope. Teeny little NC Star. I was looking at the CV Life. They've got a 3-9. I think it is, with a 40mm lens on the front. And I think that would set pretty good on this little rifle. I think 30 yards is about as far as I want to shoot a 177, so that's the reason I'm not too upset with my limited range. Did that hit the same hole? I don't know. I don't see another hole. I think The second one went through the first hole. That was really close to the first hole, or the first two holes, maybe. I don't have enough magnification to tell. Wow. I think these JTS dead centers are pretty happy in here. Or it's pretty happy with the JTS dead centers, whichever way you want to look at it. I gotta say, not unhappy with that at all. Of course, it would need to be zeroed in if we were gonna do any pest control with it. Now, I'm not checking the velocities on this, and each pellet could possibly be fine-tuned to do better. Let's see, there's the light ones, and the light ones, get them out of the way. So let's go back to the JSB heavies. Well, what I was saying, well, let me pump this up and then I'll say it. Okay, what I was saying is that each of these loads, I'm not checking velocity, setting for optimum velocity, but I'll say the JTS 8.7 grain, they're off to a really good start just right where they are, and that would easily be able to be put on the bull at that distance, and any sparrow inside that, you know how that works. Okay, I'm gonna go keep the JSB, both of them on the left side. The light's on top, heavy's on the bottom. I should have done that backwards in case they drop. Well, that's weird. The heavy went high. Wouldn't have expected that. Huh. I thought the first one might have been a flyer, but I want to say this Diana Bandit Black in 177, so far it's pretty happy with most pellets I've put through it. I couldn't complain about this at all. For backyard pest control, I prefer 177. I think that was 4. Man, not unhappy with the Diana Bandit Black at all. We'll go to the JTS heavies on the bottom right as soon as I pump this up. And just so you know, this is only taking probably 45 seconds to top this off for just 5 shots, but I wanted everything to be as consistent in terms of air pressure since this is not regulated. Wanted it to be consistent. So we're going to the bottom right with the JTS 10.4, I think. Yep, 10.4 grain. Oh man, okay, got a problem, Houston. I had some shots from another target on there, so I am going to have to choose a different aim point. This little scope does have mil dots, so I am going to have to use one of them because I think that shot went in with my other group. Yes, it did. Okay. I'm having to hold off to keep it out of that other group, but I can hold it in the same place. I had not anticipated on the heavies going higher. Just had not. You know what? I'm not real happy with this. Let me throw another target on there. Cover all that other stuff up. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I just wasn't happy with that. I'm not positive. This doesn't have real good mil dots in it. So put the blue tape on there. I'm just going to aim at the Red Bull, and I'm sure they're going to go in the blue, but I'll have a decent group to look at when I'm done. And again, these are the JTS 10.4 grain 177s. And I can't tell where I'm hitting now. I know I'm hitting in the blue, but I can't see my group at all. I am on 6 power. I just wanted to make sure. Kind of late for that, but it looks like it's grouping pretty good. I think that was 3. And number 5. Wind's going to pick up now. All right. I'm going to go get my target. Let the fan quit. Should quit pretty quick. And I'll see what these groups look like. I'm hoping that my other camera downrange is still running. It is very hot out here. That's not a bad group. Go back over to the other camera and we'll talk about it. Well, shut that off. The pump's still at 100 degrees, but need to get this over with. So I will say I'm not unhappy with any of them. This was the JSB. This one was the JSB lights. This was the JSB heavies. And this one, now I'm just tickled with that one. That's the dead center lights, 8.7 grain. And then this is the 10.4 grain down here, or up here, should I say. And that's a pretty decent group. There's 4 touching and 1 that's a little bit off right there. So none of these are a disappointment to me, and I'll let you decide whether you like them. And again, this is what happens with these pellets in my gun. But I did get a request to try these out, and these were my results. If you have anything else that you'd like to see, let me know. And I'm still working full time, but I'll try to squeeze these in when I can. Well, my big surprise out of that is that the heavy pellets shot higher. I don't have any explanation for it. If you guys have an explanation, let me know. And if you have a particular pellet that you want to see me tinker with the velocities on to see if I can fine tune those, none of them did bad. I think they're all usable just like they are. But if you want to know the velocities that I'm shooting those at, let me know. I'll make another video on that. Appreciate it. I'm going to throw a video up over here you might like. YouTube's going to throw one down here you might like. I'll catch you in one of those, or I'll catch you down the road.